But the others, how you doing? Let's do another pick coin. Today's gonna be no communication. So maybe you're waiting on a love interest, but it could also be about work. So you kind of wondering what's going on. Let's have a little bit of a checking in. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, no communication. Oh, mamma mia. The Sun, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords. So yes, you're probably feeling a little bit anxious. Obviously, we're on a Nine of Swords. The mind is very busy, but maybe questioning everything. So trying to cool it down. Maybe it's your person as well, feeling very anxious because I want to move towards you. We do have an idea of clarity, so we have to go through the Ten of Swords. So it's gonna maybe get a little bit worse before it get better, but we go in the right direction. Okay. So the Ten of Swords, when you will realize, seriously, that's it. I have to let go of something or some people, but now I know clearly where I stand. And you have a very strong idea of the I am as well, because the Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands go together, and of course the S of Swords, S of Wands will be together as well. So you're starting a new cycle, very clear. You know exactly what you want, and your person as well. And I think you're very, very protected. This is the best card of the whole deck. So whatever the context is, you're gonna have what you want at the end. So we have a connection with someone that is very, very close. It's an inner child connection. This is so real. Yes, it's not about frivolity. It's not about superficiality. This is very clear and very pure. We have a connection where we feel very much at peace. We feel safe. We feel like we can just open up and be sometimes goofy or sometimes being quiet. It doesn't really matter. We just trust each other. That is a very rare kind of feeling you have as an adult with another adult. So that is absolutely gorgeous. But you had to reconnect with the inner child, and maybe that brought some kind of difficult moment, of course, but that brought at the end of the day the clarity, and that's what we want to get. Okay, so that's all good. What do I want? One more. Here we go. Yes, frustration. That's why you have maybe at the moment, because we are almost there. Is a Nine of Swords, so we sense it's all coming together. It's not there yet, but seriously, I don't have a concern about this. The communication will be beautiful and so much more than what you ever expected. So you don't have anything to worry about. Let's have the hidden trust and recovery, because that one we know is always spectacular. What do we have? Oh, 2 I have. I bury myself in work to forget you, and I want you. Bingo. Okay, so we can see we still fighting a little bit, and that's why we have that 9 of sword. There is a frustration for sure, because you know something amazing is there, but maybe they bury themselves in work, or maybe yourself as well, because what else can you do? You just have to wait. You know that there's not much you can do. You have to wait for the process to happen. I always say it's a process. But here we go. So let's have one more here. What do we have? Peace. Here we go. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. Of course. And the thing is, you will have the ultimate peace. Here we go. The Sun. Yeah, that is a place where you do feel safe. That's what I was saying. So even now, if you're not there yet, you have a sense of it somehow. So just entertain that emotion, okay? Entertain that feeling of, I'm okay, it's going to be all right. I know it's going to be just fine. So you have the knowing. So don't try to have your mind taking over that knowing that you have. You know in your heart that you are with the right person on the right job. You know it resonates. So don't let the mind getting, too important in your life. Don't be managed by your mind. Control the mind. You are the boss, okay? It's not the other way around, okay? Let's get that clear. Okay, part number 2, no communication. Justice. 7 of Wands and Judgment. Well, we have very strong card here. Those two are very much about legal matters. I won't touch on that, obviously, but yeah, I mean, we go to the core of the situation. We're gonna have the truth, and you are protected by this big angel. But justice will be served. Inevitably, the scale are gonna be equal from now on. So we're gonna go to the bottom of things, and of course, there is someone who could actually not even wait for the judgment to come. They would just turn around and say, okay, let's sort that out, okay? I'm going to fight for the truth, so I'm going to fight you know, for my reputation or whatever it is. So someone will turn around and say, maybe we don't need to go all the way to the tribunal, we can sort that out. Someone wants to actually maybe avoid to be seen a little bit too much, okay? But at the end of the day, you will have justice, so I don't have a concern. No communication is not forever. I think those things take time. Justice takes time, judgment takes time, it's a purge. But at the end, you will have, and that could happen in a matter of days, because once is a matter of days or hours even for some of you. So we will have some kind of resolution. So communication will come, and it will come maybe a little bit, a lot at once, but so be it. I don't think there's a problem there, right? Okay, so let's get one more, the star, here we go. So I don't have any concern, you know, justice is gonna be served, and they know they cannot fight your reputation or your light. You are the one with the light regardless. So they cannot maybe pretend to copy you, for example. I mean, if they're trying to copy you, they will be found out, no problem at all. There's only one like you anyway, so you have a tendency to put your own touch on things, you know, what you write, what you paint, maybe whatever you're doing, you have your own identity, and people know it belongs to you or not, because you have your own way of doing things. So not a problem at all. So communication, it could be a matter of days or even hours for some of you. So let's have the hidden truth recall, always interesting. I couldn't let you get close to me. Well, yeah, because the thing is, they're feeling that you were so powerful. You are still powerful for them. They still look at you, maybe, you know, wishing and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they didn't have what it takes. Maybe they had to go, maybe to divorce somebody in order to be with you. They had to sort themselves out before they could actually come near you. And they needed to go through this. And then they might come back and say, well, I'm ready to fight for you now. Now I want to fight for us. So yeah, I think they couldn't really get you, let you go too close, but they're under your, you know, influence already. They know you exist, and you can't just undo that. It's like, I'm going to unsee what I saw. No, it's not going to happen. They are still thinking about you. You are in the system somehow, okay? So of course, it makes sense completely. Archangel Sandamfo. I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. Yes, of course, because you were maybe asking for justice for a very long time. Maybe you wanted to have that contract to be signed. Justice can also be a contract that be signed. And maybe you wanted to be seen, and you've been looking for a job for a long time, and suddenly, here we go, you are seen. The thing is, you know, it's been a journey. It's been really something else, of course, but you went to the skeleton of who you are now. So for me, justice is here. You're going to be seen. You're going to be appreciated. And maybe you also learn how to be seen. Maybe you were never putting yourself forward. It wasn't your thing. And suddenly you had to. So interesting. You have a journey here as well of being seen, and being actually seen in a good light, because you are the star, and you have to get used to the idea. But maybe for you, it was not something you were aware of, and you're just like, well, I'm just being me. You know, I don't know. But suddenly, yes, you need to be seen. And I think it may be a process that you had to work through, and you had to maybe let go of a belief system, how you were brought up, like you were not existing for a while. And now you know, justice is being served. You and you're being seen. And maybe that is what you were supposed to actually acknowledge. So beautiful. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.